So this is my third attempt at doing this podcast. Life gets in the way every time that I do this, and I'm trying to make this as part of my life and sort of sneaking away, giving you some thoughts as I'm sort of doing scooting here, scooting there, doing those kind of things, and this got in the way. But I just wanted to, my life is getting in the way, or this is getting in the way of my life, I guess. So I just wanted to talk about how it's extraordinarily easy to become wealthy. I think a lot of people have the sort of imaginary view that you have to be this, whatever it is, right? Like you have to be some inventor. You have to be, sorry, that was just my window. I was doing up. It's broken. The motor's broken. You have to do an inventor. You have to be a CEO. You have to be, you have to be in sales. You have to, whatever, all these kind of sort of myths out there in terms of what we perceive, how people become, wealthy. But a lot of people that do well in life, you would never know, and they just kind of give you a little wink, or they give a little smile. You just kind of know, just from their confidence at a certain stage in their life, if you sort of add it up. And it's actually really easy to spot these people, but you don't really get it, right? Like when you're younger, you don't get it because you're assuming what they have, or what people sort of project into the world is what they actually have, and it's completely opposite. So what normally people do that are very wealthy, they're really average and they're pretty ordinary with what they have, and you would never assume, but you have to put two and two together where they probably are in a job that does pretty okay, right? Like a solid wage, but they live very modestly. They don't have a lot of sort of extravagant things, and sometimes they have extravagant things, but it's like specific things, right? And that if you sort of add it all up, chances are they're doing okay in life, and it's really a combination of two sort of things, right? Living modestly for a long time. Three things: living modestly for a long time, having a decent job that's bringing in a decent income, whatever that decent is, and that's sort of variable for everybody. And then the other thing is saving for a long time, right? So it's very much this, what stage of life that you're in, and sort of saving and contributing to investments that you have. And it's really about compound interest. That is the most powerful thing that you can ever do. And so the more that you can dedicate, the more that you can live extremely poorly. I would encourage you, I know that this is like bananas, but nobody's ever going to do it. Hey, live in a tent for 20 years. Get a decent job as an engineer or a nurse or whatever. Live in a tent for 20 years. And invest all of that money in just an index fund, mutual funds, and you're going to be like filthy rich, just extraordinary. But nobody's ever going to do that, and that sort of proves the point, or shows the point. It's all about behavior, and it's all about sort of fitting in with the norms of what other people have. And the more that you feel compelled to fit in with other people and to sort of fit with social norms, the harder it is to do anything that is going to, allow you to grow. And so you have to fight against that counterculture, or you have to be sort of a little counterculture, and you have to be, modest with what you're doing. And it's a real struggle. Like this is the everydayness, is you have to fight against everybody looking at you and saying, hey, why aren't you getting this thing? You should be made of money, and all that, and people teasing you all the time. Or looking at you like, why are you doing this? And they're just not getting it. You just have to give them a little wink, and you have to be like, hey, I'm good, I'm okay, and we're going to carry on from here. And that's really it. I'm telling you, you want to do this, just do simple investments. Do it for a long, long time. Invest a good amount, 10 to 20%, so 15%. And just keep doing that day in and day out. You do that for 30 years, 40 years. Rule of 7 is in the stock market, right? Rule of 7, it doubles every 7 years on average. That's what you're looking for. And that's what you want, day in and day out. And nothing special, nothing fancy. That's it. All right, take care and have a wonderful day.